So guys, quick one today. I'm very tired in general, not been sleeping well lately, but I have committed to doing these every Tuesday, so back I am again. So one of the things that we often get asked about is when people come to the gym, we try to focus on getting them to do a food diary, to do a food journal for 3 days. 3 days. And people are like, do I need to track everything? Does it need to be MyFitnessPal? Does it need to be this? Does it need to be that? Not so much. What we're trying to do with these food diaries is to get a window into what you're eating for these 3 days. Okay? Because it's pretty simple. If you were eating a certain way for 3 days and you don't lose weight over those 3 days, we can then say that what you were eating was too much. If that is the case, we will literally give that handout back to you, and when somebody says, I don't know what to eat, it's like, you need to eat a little less. We will, give that handout back to it. We will have a look. We will see what could be changed. There's usually a couple of things that are catching you out. There's a couple of things you're not sure about what you're eating, that you maybe don't realise you're eating them. Like the amount of times people have told me that they're in a big office and there's tons of people around them bringing in boxes of celebrations. There's 2 birthdays a day, and they sit down at their desk, and by 4 o'clock they just look around themselves, and all of a sudden there's all these little wrappers of sweets, and they didn't just appear there by magic. That's one part of it, creating an awareness. The second thing is, a lot of us do know what to eat. We're just not really holding ourselves accountable. What usually happens in these cases is people do the food log for 3 days and they lose weight. And when they say, I don't know what to eat, I can literally turn and give them that sheet. Often we know what to do, it's just we're not doing it consistently. And that is the real thing. Are you doing it consistently? It's not like, oh, this is an exception, or we'll do this next week or next month, or someone's home now and this is going on and there's a barbecue and this. There's always going to be temptations to drag you away, but if it's not in line with what you want, that's not doing you any service. There's no point in going out every weekend and saying it's an exception, it's an exception, it's an exception, because no matter how many times you try to tell yourself it is, your body doesn't think so. And your body will just continue to pile on those little bits of weight here and there and this. And you know what? Everyone goes on about, oh, it's 1 coffee. Oh, it's only 2 coffees. That was a 1 day off. Yeah, well, it's if you're having 2 coffees a day and you're having them 7 days a week, and each of those coffees is 150 calories, that's 300 calories a day. Over your week of 7 days, that's 2,100 calories. That's an entire extra day of food in coffee. Actually more, that's substantially more than an entire day of food in coffee. And if you're doing that every week, every month, with multiple things, time and time again, it all adds up. And it's depressing to say so, but that's what it is. Drinking calories is one of the big things we see. One of the reasons we try to get people to log it. It's very easy for it to be 100 or 150 calories in your cup of tea, and there's some people that are having 5, 6, 7, 8 of them a day. And if your goal is to be under 1,400 calories, all of a sudden half of it's gone on tea. It bears thinking about. And I understand people might have done this when they were younger, when they were in a physical job, when they were outdoors, when they were in a factory and they were moving and doing and pulling and dragging. I understand your mother and father might have done this years ago when they also had a physical job. But if you're sitting in an office at a computer, it might not be a good fit for you. But the reality is, regardless of what you're doing, if you're not losing weight, you are eating too much somewhere. It really is that simple. And this is one of the things we like to do with a food log to help us out. You don't have to log forever, but if you do it for a few days or a week, you will start to learn the pattern, and you will start to learn what's catching you out. And that's all we can ask. Life is a learning process.